it's sad that a lot of us are still making this mistake. It's always good to be desperate, to keep certain things personal. But sometimes when it comes to your family, your loved ones, secrecy becomes something that sometimes it becomes unavoidable, because you believe that, yes, you are in the cycle of people that you trusted, your family, you tend to share a lot, about some things like your salary, your earnings, how much you earn in a month, and blah, 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 A lot of us do that a lot. Even as yesterday, I told somebody about my pay rate. Today, I talked to somebody about my pay rate, talking about two different agencies. This one paid that separately. They don't pay the same amount. But then, these people I talk to about this, they are in the UK, so they understand there is nothing to be secretive about, and sometimes people who work in the same organization, they don't even talk about their salary, how much each of them earn, because sometimes payment rates might vary depending on one's qualifications. I don't know if qualifications is still another means. Well, yeah, it is, and someone's salary rate might vary or might be higher as a result of the person's work experience over a period of time. Somebody who has 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, you don't expect their salary rates to be the same amount. Okay, so sometimes colleagues at work, they don't normally share whatever they earn. Some do, some don't, but when we come to abroad like this, we are so free and open-minded. Yes, because the society where we have landed or where we found ourselves, people are so open to share a lot. Even the things that you could not imagine that anybody would share within me or you, but within 2 seconds or within a minute, they have shared everything about their life story, how many marriages they've been into, how many partners they've had, and blah. We don't talk like that, So this is not a mistake. Demma, permit me to use your story as an example. Yes, to just buttress what I'm talking about. Because you are a content curator on TikTok. This your post here that I'll be reading out to people. It has so many views. People have talked about, people had their comments in your comment section. So you are a content curator. Please, permission to share this. I remember one certain time, somebody very close to me talked about his 13th month's pay salary. You know what that means? When you finished from an organization, you resigned, they will pay you something that is called, I've forgotten the right word, but 13 months, that is what it's called, pay off. So this person close to me told his relatives in Nigeria about his 13 months pay. So after some time, this young man returned to Nigeria. Guess what? The siblings were asking him about that 13 months pay. You said the government paid you so amount. So where is the money? Because they needed money from him. So they were asking him to bring that money. Government paid him in abroad because he told them about the 13 months pay. So if you're talking about how much you earn, I think it's better you keep it in the cycle of the people you work with, people who understand, like me talking about my own here with people who are currently living within my area, or people who ask me, especially if people ask me about my YouTube. Honestly, I am really open to share things about my YouTube. Maybe the person would like to start, creating contents, because in the last 3 years that I've been monetized on YouTube, I've always had to earn in dollars every month. To God be the glory. It's not bragging, or it's not me bragging. There has never been a month I did not get paid. It might be little, it might be higher, it might be, So I talk to people when they ask me, in case they are interested. And it might also interest you to know that I never had a camera. All I use is my phone with small selfie stick that I'm using currently. So in case you want to start and you're still waiting to buy all the gadgets and facilities, no, far from it. My phone has been what I've been using in the last 3 years, and I earn in dollars every month. That aside, now, this is the post I came across by Demma. Demma, permission once again. After reading this, it was her story and nobody's story. It really pierced her heart, learning that her own brother, family member could, expect so much from her, despite her just being new. I mean, her and her family, they just arrived in the UK a couple of months back. And that expectation from her immediate, oh my God. Now, she said, my fellow black people, I'll post it here. My fellow black people in diaspora, what is that one thing your sibling or relatives have done to you ever since you migrated that you may be finding it hard to heal from? I will go first. She said she will go first. She will tell us her own story first. So she goes on. I moved abroad with my husband and kids. My family celebrated with us when we arrived. It was a massive shift from having family around and having help here and there to navigating life just by ourselves. You know, the difficulty, the challenges we face on arriving to a foreign land. On arrival, we moved straight to an Airbnb just like us. We did the same. And the house search began. We did the same. We were searching for a house from the Airbnb we lodged. We went from one house, viewing to another across neighboring cities with a toddler and an infant. And it was so draining, but God made it possible for us to find a manageable house in a short time. When we finally moved in, the job search began, obviously. My husband got a job quicker than I did. So we had only one income aside from the money we had on ground in cash after paying for rent and deposits and other things that follows. Guys, these people, they even tried. They already had money to pay for a house all the way from Nigeria, because most often here, for you to find a house, you need to show an employment letter. This is one of the requirements for you to get for a landlord to give you a house, you know. So she went on. I didn't get a job till after about 3 months, which is normal for most people. Some people are lucky to find a job 1 week or 1 month within. Depends on who you interact with or how lucky you are, you know. I happily told my family back home because they were concerned about me and all those months of no job. This is normal. But that was where I made a great mistake. Her mistake was telling her family that she's gotten a job in the UK. I and my husband started navigating how to work around childcare. But it was not really working out. So we always had to take the children to a minder and paid for many hours. So most of the money we worked for went into paying a minder. I was constantly talking to my family about how it was bothering me so much and how I am seeking suggestions on what to do to make it better. I regret ever speaking to my family and telling them my struggles and wins as the day passes. I would have just spoken to only my mom and probably my dad alone. Her mistake was sharing her wins, you know, and concerns with her family back home. When you finally arrive the UK or anywhere in abroad, you talk to people, you're starting work next week, and you tell them, hey, could you believe that 1 hour I got to pay the £10? 1 hour I got to pay the £20. And then you yourself that is sharing the story will be the one to convert the rate by yourself out of joy. And then from that moment on, the person will keep doing the conversion for you. Even the day when you don't go work, and the day you did not. And the day you did, just like me, the whole of this month is Thursday today. Guess what? I've only worked once on Monday. Imagine me telling somebody I earn £10 or £15 per hour. The person will calculate Monday, Tuesday, how many hours you work, not knowing that agency work or some work, you don't work every day. This is exactly what this person is trying to explain now. So, in barely 4 months, we relocated, trying to find our fate. My brother started constantly calling me to send him money. I will send from the little I have, thinking he will appreciate, judging the fact that we were barely 4 months in a completely new country with all the instability we were facing that he was fully aware of. Little did I know that he was always talking bad about me, that I can't even send him a big enough amount whenever he asks for money. That before I said I was not working, so he left me. Now that I'm working, I'm always telling stories and saying I don't have money. That what is it? What is the aim that I am abroad? Oh, my, this lady, you forgot that your brother thought that you are an ATM making machine or money industry for him. He was literally calculating how much I should earn a month, and it should be enough to send him big money whenever I'm asked in only 4 months. You see what I said? Sometimes there's no need, especially to some people, not everybody. Some people in Nigeria or in Africa, they understand. But not everybody you tell. Okay, 1 hour I get paid £15. Like I stated, the person will calculate it. Okay, you work for 10 hours today, you get paid £15. You calculate it and calculate tomorrow, calculate Sunday, join, calculate Saturday that you work every day. Therefore, you should be able to, if you make mistakes, send 50,000 to that person. The person will be cursing you instead of blessing you for sending him or her 50,000. Since that very moment till now, I've not been able to heal from the constant thoughts that he was only happy I'm moving abroad because I'm supposed to immediately become an ATM machine. I've not been able to see my brother from a different light ever since. It's taken me time to heal. Sorry, Demma, I can understand your predicament. It's quite a pity you went through this. A lot of people are in their shoes currently. You know, a young man relocated to the UK in September, which was about last 2 months. People from back home are already disturbing this young man. And to think that this man is here on a study visa is something that baffles me. I don't share fake stories. I am telling you what, because I helped that guy a lot in a way, not financially, ever before he relocated to the UK. All the way from Nigeria through my YouTube channel, he was already calling me and talking to me about his relocation, finding job. They have not reached out to him since this week, so I'm not sure if he has gotten a job yet, but I send him certain link and certain, but people back home are already hyping and giving him tension, unnecessary pressure. A student, somebody who came to the UK on a study visa, he has not even paid second, installment. And people back home are firing and fire. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. I am not talking to anyone back home. It is you that is abroad. Sometimes you will even post ordinary. Maybe you go to the eatery, post the food on your social media handle. Your inbox will scatter. A lot of people will come. You are living big. Send us money. Remember me in your paradise. Things are hard back home, to be honest with you. Things are really, really hard. And people, the salaries are not increasing in any way. We can understand that. But putting pressure on people, calculating their salary, calculating how much they earn, and when they even manage to send some amount of money, I don't want to say a little, because no money is little. No matter how much it is, that somebody willingly dash out to you, it is never little. I have my Christmas list of names. They have exceeded 10 names, if you must know it. Some do not even know that I have them on my list. This is what I want to do voluntarily, out of my own volition. But the pressure they put on some people, it is bad. Learn to be discreet. You don't brag. It's not that I don't think this lady actually bragged, because she believed that she was talking to her own brother now, immediate family members, people in the same cycle. No way. The other day I shared something in my family group, about somebody asking me, like I stated in one of my videos, people asking me for money. Before I know it, another sister of mine saying, if you are sending money to them, this is my own account, that she needs a certain amount of money. She sent her own account. I said, I'm not sending money to anybody. So this is the way it is. When you talk about your earnings abroad, how much you earn per hour to somebody back home, give the person 2 days. If I let us 1 week, the person will come in, boss, and then give you a line of his or her problems back home. So I don't want to say we should stop bragging. We should be cautious. But it hurts when people who are supposed to understand you, the stress you've been through, start putting pressures on you. Yes, it's really sad. So just like she said in her conclusion, said, my fellow black people in diaspora, what is that one thing that your sibling or relatives have done to you ever since you migrated that you may be finding it hard to heal from? And she said she will go first. So you can put yours in the comment section if you have had such, sad experience or experiences from people you trusted so much back home, especially the pressure to send when you know that you do not even have to send. This Christmas I plan to send cargo to Nigeria. Unfortunately, I cannot do it. Yes, I can't do it because of the stress involved, going around to buy all those that I want, all the things that I want. I would have loved to send, yesterday my sister sent me a voice note. She wants me to buy this, but up to 4 items that I should make sure that those items get to Nigeria first week of Christmas, first week of December. Me, I look at him and laugh. I said, this girl did not even ask if I already bought those items. How long does it take to cargo? 3 weeks, and I'm not sending no nothing. Another person said I should buy iPhone. I should help her buy iPhone, that she was going to send me the money to buy iPhone 13 Pro Max, blah, blah, blah. That is cheaper in the UK, she heard. And they said the easiest way for me to send it is for me to go to the airport, give it to them at the airport. They will send it to Nigeria to her. I said, this girl, she doesn't even ask if I live close by to the airport. You saw when I traveled to Nigeria in July. It took me 5 hours on the bus. Because if I was to take the train, it's 3.5 hours or 4 hours to get to London Airport, Heathrow. Going to Manchester from here is almost 4 hours, airport. And this person was in Nigeria telling me that they said it is easier, that I should take it to the airport and give it to the airport to bring. You know what I did? I went to the shops to ask for phone. I did a video of how much they said them second-hand phones, 13 Pro Max. She said, no, this price, she don't understand that I should convert it to Naira. I converted, it was 1 point something. Because some of the iPhones I saw, 400 and something, 500 and something. I converted the price and showed her. She said, no, they said it's cheaper in UK. This price I'm giving her is too much. I said, you saw me, I made a video. I sent you a couple of videos. It's okay, I should go and check for iPhone 11. I went back to a different shop again. CEX phone shop. I did a video. I said to her, she said, hey, this thing is too much. I even found the one for 800 and something thousand, 900 when I converted. She said, no. Maybe she thought that in the UK you will see it for 200,000, 200,000. So I saved myself from such predicament. Somebody here bought an iPhone. It was a boy that he bought that phone for. He gave me money to buy. That phone is still in my house here. He gave me the money. I converted it to Naira. It was 1 million plus. I think iPhone 12 Pro Max or something is here upstairs. Now what happened? About 2 weeks ago, the sister to the person he bought that phone for, they said they snatched her phone somewhere in Nigeria. Maybe not call the state's name. And then he called the same husband of mine to buy him phone. Again. Imagine you just bought one for the brother, 1 million plus. You're buying another one for the sister. Now what will come here and do? How much do you earn in a month? Upon all the bills and everything. I beg, make another yarn on that. It's almost time for school run. What's the time? All right, guys, please just leave your comment in the comment section. This is not funny. Let's just learn to, not do as if we are bragging to people back home. I think that is what it means when you tell them, just today that you went to work, you spent just 8 hours at work or 10 hours. And you've earned 100,000. Who you go tell that canteen that wouldn't call you to say, Auntie Abego, I need money for this. So my belly they worry me this. Because they don't calculate to say you earn 100,000 just today when you go work. That means if you go tomorrow, another 100,000. That's 200. When the person in Nigeria for 1 month, you never earn 50,000. Sometimes now we they cost our problem. Guys, bye.